Hey guys, welcome back to Lanyap Therapy. It's Cassie, the Lanyap Therapist, and today I want to talk about anxiety. I know that we hear a lot of people talking about what anxiety is and different forms of anxiety, so I'm here to give you kind of the basics of anxiety. Be mindful that this is not a diagnosis, and that if you feel like if you're going through this video and you're check, it's might be helpful to get in with a therapist or a psychiatrist and to talk to them about what's going on and what symptoms we're having. This is a tool for you to kind of identify if maybe we've been struggling, maybe we've been having some increased issues. So this would be a good tool to like have some things that you can write down and you can share. So let's talk about anxiety first. I am a huge believer that no emotion is a bad emotion. And that when we start labeling emotions as good or bad, that's when we start to create problems. We start to identify that, like, oh, anxiety is bad. And so then we want to get rid of it. Anxiety itself is not bad. Anxiety is your body's danger signal, right? It's telling you that, hey, something is wrong. Your fight or flight response has evolved over millennia. It started back with Neanderthals, and they had this fight or flight in order to, be aware of danger and to help them learn and stay away from that, predators, dangerous things that were in their environment. Unfortunately for you, you have evolved and this system has not. And so things that cause us anxiety are work, our alarm clock, traffic, and those things aren't danger in the same way that a tiger or a lion is danger. This system unfortunately has not evolved to kind of keep up with the modern mind. Trying to switch that inner dialogue in your head that anxiety is bad, what I'm feeling is bad, because that just makes it seem like that something's wrong, and it's not. You are just experiencing something that's really difficult, and your body is trying to tell you that, hey, we're in danger and we need to do something about it. And so this could be the sign that, like, hey, look, I'm obviously having a lot of anxiety. I'm going to start working on, like getting into therapy or getting in to see a psychiatrist, etc. Let's talk about anxiety symptoms. Anxiety is interesting in the way that it's both cognitive and physical. So the first part of this, the cognitive, is going to be excessive worry, nervousness, restlessness, kind of this pressured energy. And it's going to be really hard for you to not get scattered, like your memory concentration is kind of all over the place. And so we tend to be very forgetful, or we start tasks and don't finish tasks, like we feel kind of like all over the place. Those are kind of your primary symptoms. Some other things that we have are irritability or easily frustrated. Physical symptoms, your anxiety center in your brain is very close to your GI tract in your brain. This is like stomach upset, like the butterflies you feel. This can also cause constipation or diarrhea, kind of that general GI upset. Have your appetite kind of wonky, right? Like you might have increased appetite, you might have decreased appetite. Obviously, it's going to affect your sleep. There could be muscle tension, muscle strain, like where you're like clenching, right? Sometimes jaw pain from clenching your jaw. More kind of like daily things you might notice would be like increased heart rate, sweating. Those are all from like the adrenaline side effect of anxiety. Social occupational issues might be that because I feel anxious, I don't go out, and so I feel more isolated, adverse to change, and making things like promotions or moving up in our company more difficult because we struggle with things being different. This is generalized anxiety disorder symptoms. There are other types of anxiety disorders, things like panic disorder, OCD. Those are different and they have a different set of symptoms. So if you feel like any of these are things that you struggle with, there are lots of different treatment options, right? Psychotherapy is always an option. It's a good option for people struggling with anxiety. Obviously, medication management, but other things, other holistic things you can work on as well. Sleep, exercise is a great tool for anxiety. Mindfulness practice. That's it for today. Next week, I'm going to share the Anxiety Toolbox 101 follow-up to this video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that video. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.